Meowdy y'all, welcome back to another video. The amount of lore hidden in Stardew Valley is astonishing. From the evidence that Abigail might be the wizard's daughter, to the secret relationship between Marnie and Mayor Lewis. Each character is more than they seem on the surface, and Concerned Ape has put in a lot of love into each one. That's why today we'll kick off our character analysis mini-series with a character that feels safe and comforting on the surface, but may hold a deep and dark secret. Harvey. Buckle up. If you don't know me, I'm Sauter. I make Stardew Valley YouTube videos featuring game challenges, lore and theory crafting, and analyses. So if you've got any feedback or suggestions for the next video, feel free to leave a comment below and hit that subscribe button for more. Now, what do we know about Harvey so far? We know that Harvey is a villager that lives in Pelican Town and runs the local clinic, located right next to Pierre's shop. He is passionate about the health and well-being of the townsfolk, including us, the farmer, and is an eligible bachelor if we are interested. He loves coffee, wine, and pickles, and dislikes things like cake, cookies, and pizza, asking, "Are you sure this is healthy?" after receiving any of that. He enjoys dance aerobics, building model airplanes, listening to jazz music, and watching the History Channel on TV. Overall, Harvey sounds like a well-rounded guy who is intelligent and hardworking, and most of all, compassionate. What could he possibly be hiding? In order to discover the hidden sides of Harvey, we need to befriend him and unlock his heart events. During his 8-heart event, we find Harvey in his room using his radio equipment, stating, "This is Dr. H at 52 North 43.5 East, seeking aerial response. Anyone out there?" Harvey notices you and tells you that he's made contact with a pilot and that the plane can be seen overhead. He mentions that he has always wanted to be a pilot when he was younger, but couldn't because of his bad eyesight and fear of heights. He reassures us that we shouldn't be sad about this fact, and he's accepted that not everyone can achieve their dreams, and that this is just the way the world is. His fear of heights is further cemented during the 10-heart event, where Harvey invites you to board a hot air balloon with him, causing him to panic mid-air. Thankfully, we, the farmer, are there to comfort him, and he ends up enjoying the romantic hot air balloon date. Is there something more to this fear and anxiety that Harvey holds? We need to do some digging for this one. In secret note number 7, it states, "There are only a few older bachelors in town, and none of them are perfect. Harvey is really anxious and weak, but I know he would make a loyal and devoted husband." A bit harsh, but this is from someone's diary apparently. Anxious and weak? What did this anonymous person mean by this? In Concerned Ape's dev update number 12, it states, "Harvey is the town doctor. He's a little old for a bachelor, but he has a kind heart and a respected position in the community. He lives in a small apartment above the medical clinic, but spends most of his time working. You can sense a sadness about him, as if there's something he's not telling you." There are quite a few characters in Stardew Valley that are disappointed that their dreams never came true. Like Alex, who always dreamed of going pro with Gridball, and Shane, who, well, it's not like he dreamed of working at Joja Mart for the rest of his life. I think sometimes there are characters that made certain decisions in their life and, you know, what's done is done. All that's left is to just accept it and make the best of it. But talking to Harvey on a day-to-day basis, it truly does feel as though he's happy with his career decision. He genuinely goes out of his way to talk to us about our health. He has found reading and researching illnesses and new medicine in his spare time, and he even gives us health advice because he genuinely cares. I theorize that maybe, at one point in his life, Harvey was very sad and disappointed about not being able to become a pilot, but I do think he fell in love with being a doctor, and that this was the right career move for him. The devlog's insinuation that there is a sadness to him, and the diary entry's judgment that there is a weakness to him, feels as though it has nothing to do with his career choice. But I do think it has to do with his career. After reaching a minimum of 6 hearts with Harvey, there is a chance that he will say this to you when you speak to him. Imagine having a patient's life completely in your hands and failing to keep them alive. That's something that will haunt you forever. Hello? Imagine being told this in passing. This dialogue doesn't belong to a heart event or a special cutscene or anything like that. It is absolutely random, casual thing that he can just say to you right next to, "It's nice to have a friend in town." Now, I understand that this could just be a random hypothetical that he decided to ruminate with us, but I have a feeling that he's speaking from experience. Harvey's dialogue towards us include a lot of inquiries about our health and well-being, such as, "Exercise is important, but don't get too exhausted or you might end up at my clinic. Make sure to listen to your body. Nutrition is important, so make sure and eat well. Try to increase your vegetable intake. Home-cooked meals are best. Do you cook? It's flu season, so you'd better be extra careful. Make sure to wash your hands often." One could argue that Harvey is just concerned for us because we've become friends or because we've started romancing him, but this isn't true. A lot of these health checks that we receive from him can happen at any time. even with 0 hearts. It very much feels as though he's very anxious about our health and well-being. We have evidence that he's not just anxious towards us as well. Another of his regular dialogues include, "I came here because I like the small town atmosphere and the potential for a holistic approach to patient care. I've grown to really love it. Holistic health is an approach to wellness that simultaneously addresses the physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual components of health. As a field of practice, holistic medicine draws from many disciplines, religions, and cultures to heal people, communities, and even the environment." We can see that Harvey applies this during Shane's 6-heart event after he is taken to the clinic to be treated. Harvey states that he'll be fine physically, but he's very concerned with his mental health and recommends Shane to a counselor in Zuzu City. Harvey is just a medical doctor and has no obligation to do anything for Shane past treating his physical ailments, but we can see that he has a special interest and compassion over the townsfolk in Pelican Town, stating after reaching 6 hearts with him, "I'd like to stay in Stardew Valley for a while. I'm finally starting to feel involved in the community. It feels good to know that you're useful." After reaching 8 hearts with Harvey, he also states, "I'm starting to feel kind of old. The older you get, the more memories you're burdened with. It can be overwhelming. I think I'll stay younger with you around." After marriage on rainy nights, Harvey also has a chance to say, "The sound of rain gives our minds something to focus on, so we're not distracted by random thoughts." And that's my theory for why it's so soothing. Something is haunting him, and has haunted him to the point where he's made the conscious decision to alter his career path and choose to take a more holistic approach as a doctor and try to save patients any way that he can. So, what is Harvey's dark secret? What's haunting him? Someone died under his care. I think this kind of guilt is normal for anyone in the medical field. Sometimes you just can't help what happens. I truly do not believe that Harvey is subject to medical malpractice or anything like that. I believe he's a capable doctor and whatever happened to whoever was out of his hands. Now, allow me to paint a hypothetical with y'all. Picture this. You're a doctor that works very, very hard to take care of all of his patients. Unfortunately, due to a number of reasons, one of your patients passes away. A week or 2 goes by and that patient's grandchild moves into the farm. And now you have to see that grandchild every single day in town. What if the patient that died under Harvey's care was our grandfather? If you get enough hearts with Harvey after marriage, he can randomly say to you, "Be careful out there. I have nightmares about your limp body being wheeled into the emergency room." Good Lord. Now, maybe the patient that he lost being our grandfather is a bit of a stretch, but I do think we have enough evidence to theorize that Harvey has been through something traumatic and has dealt with loss in his career. Concerned Ape does an excellent job of addressing some serious issues in Stardew Valley. I do not believe this theory is too far-fetched. I think with a lot of these dialogue lines individually, it might portray Harvey as someone that just worries a lot. But I do think we need to look at the entire picture and combine everything together. I think that's what Concerned Ape was trying to do for us as well. Harvey is a kind and compassionate person with a certain zest for life. Hardworking and absolutely determined to bring the best care to the townsfolk of Pelican Town, despite his struggles with his haunting past. With that said, I hope you all enjoyed this video and thank you so much for watching. I stream Pixel and Stardew Valley on Twitch, so if you'd like to check that out, link in description. And if you've got a suggestion for the next character analyses or some headcanons that y'all want to share, be sure to leave a comment down below and make sure to subscribe to catch my next video. I'll be making more Stardew Valley videos, so keep an eye out. See y'all next time. Bye!